right now. Matt, let's talk all that news coming in from Manchester United. First, Alexis Sanchez. Now, we heard that he has agreed to a 4-year deal, but this transfer is still hung up on Henrik Mkhitaryan. What is the latest that you've heard?
Yeah, we understand the deal, as you say, for Alexis Sanchez to join Manchester United. Personal terms all agreed, around about £350,000 per week he will earn at Manchester United for a 4.5-year contract, so that'll take him right up to the age of, 33, 34. So it's a big commitment from Manchester United for a player who, as we know, would have been available on a free transfer in the summer. But yeah, the deal to take Sanchez to United is all agreed, and as you say, it's Henrik Mkhitaryan going in the opposite direction, going from Manchester United to Arsenal, is what we're waiting for, to get some sort of completion and for medicals and whatnot to start taking place. Mkhitaryan won't be rushed. He'll take his time over the decision, and he clearly wants a highly incentivised package for him to go to Arsenal, to go down to London and potentially even become their top earner. So I think that's the delay at the moment. Mino Raiola, his agent, has been working with Arsenal to try and broker this deal, but yeah, at the moment a bit of an impasse, because Mkhitaryan hasn't agreed to anything as yet, so he remains a Manchester United player. Alexis Sanchez remains an Arsenal player. It's something we expect to be completed, but it's just taking a little more time than we would have liked.
Yeah, it does seem like it's almost inevitable at this point. We have Alexis Sanchez looking like he's interested in going. We also have anyway, is there anything that could scuttle this deal at this point?
Well, clearly it could be scuppered in terms of a straight swap, which is what we understand Mkhitaryan for Sanchez. If Henrik Mkhitaryan decides to turn that down, if he says ultimately I don't want to go to Arsenal, if the financial package on offer to him isn't what he wants, then he could say no, I'll stay as a Manchester United player. He still has a contract for another 3 years at Manchester United, and he would be well within his rights to do that, and Jose Mourinho explained that the other day. I think he's well aware, though, that would have a negative effect. Whether United could resurrect the deal for Sanchez as just a straight cash deal, that remains to be seen. And what sort of reception would he get back at Manchester United if indeed he chose to scupper the deal to bring Sanchez to the club after it had all been agreed? So I think Mkhitaryan, whilst he's in a reasonably strong position in terms of bargaining and getting the wage that he wants, he's also aware that his time is up at Manchester United. Jose Mourinho, I don't think really fancies him as a player. I don't think that's quite worked. He hasn't played too much of late. He's had some fallouts with the manager. I think ultimately the deal will go through. Mkhitaryan will agree to join Arsenal, but as I say, just one or two things to tie up here, and ultimately it will be completed. Clearly Arsene Wenger said it would be done in 48 hours, and that was on Sunday, and I think that's why everybody's expecting an announcement to be made sooner rather than later. But that was before the Mkhitaryan angle entered the fray, so that's perhaps why we've had a slight delay on it.
Jose Mourinho, of course, complaining very recently that United were not willing to spend as much as City. Now they're spending money. Do you think this contributed to Mourinho's decision to sign this contract extension?
Well, from what I understand, Jose Mourinho has been negotiating to extend his contract to Manchester United for around the last 4 or 5 weeks. I think United are fairly happy, clearly not happy that they're not right at the top of the league and they still trail Manchester City by 12 points, but happy with the work he's done since replacing Louis van Gaal 18 months ago, that he's made United competitive again. And with only 18 months left on his current deal, they were looking to renew it sooner rather than later. So yeah, we understand the contract to be an extension by another 2 years, and that could keep him at United until at least June 2021, with the option of another 12 months on top of that. So yeah, ultimately United pretty happy with Jose Mourinho, even though there's much talk and speculation that Mourinho still lives in a hotel in Manchester. I think he's happy at the club. He knows that it's an opportunity for him to win things and to have some stability long term, and it's a relationship that looks like continuing, but clearly he'll want to try to get Sanchez and more quality players on board to try to challenge Manchester City and to try to challenge in Europe, both in this season and beyond.